Before this video begins, I wanted to let you guys know that I now have a second channel for all of my Spanish viewers. It's called HowToMen in Español. All of my most recent popular videos have now been translated in Spanish, and every video that I upload in the future will also be translated in Spanish on that second channel. So go show the Spanish channel some support, subscribe if you're Latino, and I'll drop a link in the description if you'd like to check it out. Welcome back to the best Android apps of November 2019. As usual, we have one wallpaper app, 6 other apps, and 4 games. Let's check them out. Stupis Screens is the wallpaper app, and it has a few features that make it stand out from the competition. As usual, it allows you to set beautiful vector walls, but on top of that, you can customize the design and the colors of each wall. The app doesn't show you a list of wallpapers. Instead, it lets you choose a category, and you can switch between each wallpaper in that category. Once you find one that you like, you can choose to edit it and download or set it. The app is free to download, but there are a few premium features thrown in there. For example, 2 of the wallpaper categories are for premium users only, but first-time users can also still download and set those types of walls for free under its coin-based system. Every time you're in the nature and cities category and switch walls, edit them, or set them, the number of coins in your balance begin to decrease. Once you run out of coins, you need to pay a one-time fee of $3 to continue to download those same types of wallpapers, and this will also remove the ads. It's a generous feature since you can try out every wall for free for a very long time, plus most of the categories are already free to begin with, so give it a try if you want to beautify your home screen. The first app of the month is Unlock Clock. It's an experiment app from Google, and it's a live wallpaper that displays the number of times you unlock your phone every day. So once you unlock it, the number increases by 1, and by midnight, the number resets back to 0. That's all it does. You can't customize it or change the data to something else. It's a simple way to let you know how addicted you are to your device. Paperphone is another app that helps you spend less time on your smartphone. It does this by creating a phone for you that won't distract you from your everyday tasks or relationships. It basically prints out a paper for you to fold into a book, and in this paper phone, you can choose what to include, such as favorite contacts, some of the tasks that you need to complete, weather info for the day, pictures, a blank spot to write down notes, directions to a specific location, and more. They even have a section called Paper Apps, which allows you to print out cooking recipes, Sudoku games, a maze, conversion charts, sign language, and more. It's a neat idea. The only problems that I have with it are that the printing size is A4 size and not standard letter size, so some information will be cut off if you use a letter paper. However, you can still use Adobe Acrobat to scale down the PDF to print it a little better. Next up, we have Dark Mode. This app has one simple task, and that is to help you activate the Android Dark Mode on a device that doesn't give you the option to enable it within the system settings. It's that simple. Just jump into the app and toggle on night mode, and you should have a dark looking UI. Some of your other popular apps will automatically turn dark as well. However, it doesn't work on every Android since some phone manufacturers have manually disabled the Android Dark theme within their devices. In that case, there's nothing that the developer can do. Still, it wouldn't hurt to try it out. It's free, doesn't require root or ADB to work. Duet Display is the most expensive app that I have ever featured on this series. It's $10. But it does something that some of you might find to be useful. If you have a laptop and a tablet, then you can use Duet to combine them for a dual monitor setup. In my case, I connected my Razer Blade laptop with my Pixelbook Go, and now I can open an extra window on my Pixelbook while I have something else opened on my Razer. They're basically synced together with the Razer Blade screen sharing Windows 10 on the Pixelbook through a wireless connection. If you like, you can even use your phone, but unless you don't mind squinting, you may be better off buying an external monitor. The performance isn't bad at all. It could be a little laggy if you have an older laptop, and even with my Razer Blade, it does stutter a bit, but it's still good enough to do simple tasks such as writing a paper, watching a YouTube video, or even just browsing the web. I read that it works better on iOS, but the Android experience isn't all that bad. It will drain your laptop's battery, so make sure you have that charger next to you. Here's a fun one, Cometin. This is a library filled with tweaks and mods that don't require root or ADB. For example, you can customize your always on display to have unique animations when you receive a notification. You can customize what the notification should display, change the look of the clock, and enable gestures. There's a module called Better Rotation, which adds the ability to rotate your phone 180 degrees or force any app to switch to landscape mode, perfect for Instagram. Caffeine keeps your screen awake for a set amount of time or infinitely. Perfect for when you're watching a movie at night on your phone, but you're afraid of falling asleep with the display turned on since it'll drain your battery life and you'll wake up with a dead phone. You can also make your screen even darker than your lowest brightness setting. Hide heads-up notifications so they only come in silently, and a few more modules that I didn't mention. Give it a try, all these mods are safe and it supports every Android device running Android 6 and above. The last app before we move on to the games is Pix Material Icon Pack. It's $1.49, but I have fallen in love with these icons because it provides a modernized feel to my home screen. The icons are inspired by the new Android 10 updates, so they're material and adaptive, meaning you can change their shape, such as having them become round, squared, teardrop, etc. Each app has a linear icon with an appropriate background color, and it honestly looks gorgeous. Currently, it has over 900 custom icons to choose from and 10 beautiful wallpapers I definitely recommend. Switching it over to the games, Angry Birds AR Isle of Pigs is up first. You can now play Angry Birds in the real world. Find a big flat surface and a structure filled with pigs will be placed in front of you, as well as a slingshot. Pull back the slingshot and destroy the tower with the birds provided. You can physically walk around the structure, get up close to it, identify different angles for the best accuracy. It's a lot of fun. Angry Birds AI even knows when to make the game large or small to fit your space. It's a free-to-play title, so you will occasionally find some ads, but you can pay $4 to remove them. Forgotten Memories is a spectacular horror game that costs $5, and I absolutely love it. You play as a character named Rose Hawkins, who's a detective that ended up in a haunted asylum while trying to find a missing child. The storyline is pretty exciting and makes you want to find out more. Plus, in the game there are scary looking mannequins that will come to life and try to attack you, so you will need to fight them off with any weapons the game gives you. There are a ton of puzzles that you will need to complete. The graphics are A+ quality in my book, and you'll get a scare if you play with headphones or in the dark. Shadow of Death 2 is next, and it's an action-packed platformer game where you need to attack and kill a ton of demons. It's that simple. As you move on, each stage gets harder because the enemies get stronger and larger in size. Some levels will even have an adamant boss to defeat. Even the first boss was incredibly tough. They make the hero look so badass, and you'll be able to customize him with various skins and weapons as you begin to get into the game. The only thing that I didn't like, and I'm not sure if it's a bug with my device or because the game is still in its early stage, but it has no audio. Once they implement audio, it'll provide a much better experience. FRACTER is the last game on this list. They have a light version to get a feel of the game for free, but eventually you will need to pay $4 to continue the adventure. FRACTER follows the familiar feel of Monument Valley. It's a beautiful puzzle game that is in black and white to make the game feel a little more mysterious. As you move your character around, you'll have to interact with various objects to unlock doorways, paths, and elements. And unlike Monument Valley, this game has scary creatures that will try and stop you along your route. The objective of the game is to restore light to the world. Anyways, those are the best Android apps of November 2019. If you guys enjoyed, as always, drop a huge thumbs up on this video. Get subscribed with the notification bell turned on so you don't miss out on the next series. Follow me on Twitter at HowToMen, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Kapow!